So it's been quite a hectic January transfer window with one Daniel in and one Daniel out. That's the key. Yes, consistency. Roll the intro. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the NK Maribor save. I am Cultured Left Foot. It's a pleasure to have you with me, and I know it's been a few days since we've done one of these episodes, but that's because the January transfer window was absolutely insane. More so than I think we ever could have imagined. So first out, Lucas Bezga left. 700k, wasn't going to sign a new contract. He had broke into the Polish team. I tried to give him a new contract. He had a minimum fee release clause of $1 million. We didn't manage to get that though. But 700k for someone that I didn't want to lose on a free. He's moved to Beijing and they're paying him 41 grand a week. We weren't paying him that. We were paying him something like 2 grand a week, I think. So yeah, you can't really begrudge him moving there. He was the first out. Next up, Pedro Bicalho moved back to Brazil to go and play for Bragantino in Brazil, in Serie B in Brazil. So short of showing his level. 500k we got for him. He wasn't playing for us at all. He'd been on the list for quite some time. We got him on a free transfer. So not a bad deal all round. Kubic, a young goalkeeper who we thought might have high potential. Then I sent him out on loan to the Serbian league. He played pretty poorly for Zemun in the Serbian league, so we've sold him to Bravo for 8k. So happy to make a little bit of profit again on him. Then the big one, Daniel Tutufotso, who has now gone. Again, Shanghai Port came in. He didn't really kick up too much of a fuss. He had a minimum fee release clause of 12 million. So I was like, if we get 12 million, then it's up to him if he wants to go and move. They offered 11.75. Every time I tried to go to negotiate it, they wouldn't pay 12. They offered 11.75. And I thought, you know what? Yes, he's very, very good. But I feel like... Oh, I've just clicked on the wrong thing. I feel like you can potentially get a more all-round consistent player. I think he's 22. His dribbling, finishing first. I mean, everything that's green is superb, don't get me wrong, but I feel like off the ball, work rate, decisions, composure and anticipation for the striker of how we're creating chances needs to be a bit better. He's 5'9", so not the tallest, but again, he's moved from us where he was getting, I think, 5 grand a week, 35 grand a week they're giving him in Shanghai. You can't really deny a player that sort of thing, but he has moved on. Zan Zalatel was another one. Al Gahafre came in and played his release fee of £5 million, which was annoying because he was actually really good and he was playing very, very well for us, and he started quite well out in Qatar as well. But yeah, he's been solid since we brought him in. But if you think 600k and a part exchange we paid, that's a very tasty profit, 5 million. And, you know, again, £52,000. All these people are moving for a lot of higher wages. Now, an interesting one that I don't think many people would have seen coming in this is Machino has left. Again, he's got a massive pay increase, but Machino has left us. We bought him in from Man City for 1.8 million. We have made a profit. It's gone up to £3 million, and there's no denying it. He was playing very well for us, but his head was turned. He wanted to leave. He's small. He's got good attributes in the right places, but I don't know. I feel like he's a player that should be relatively easy to replace, to be honest. 26, yeah, I'm not too upset. We've got Haskabanovic as well, who is now going to be our starting left winger to cut inside. So, I don't know. I probably will miss him, but what you'll notice that also what we've done in this is we've sold quite a lot of people that were listed as foreigners, non-EU nationals, because it was just getting too hard to manage them all. So yeah, that's why. We've sent out Naranjo on loan to Alumji. Not sure if he's played for him yet. No, he hasn't. But yeah, I think he's got quite a good bit of potential as well. So we'll see how he progresses. Cortez, we bought in on a free transfer, sent him on loan to Celje. He's not played for them yet either, but again, a pretty highly rated youngster, only 18 years old, Colombian. See how he gets on. Gonzalo Tapia has moved as well. He's gone on loan. He wasn't getting any game time at right wing. He was another non-EU player, so we've sent him back to Chile to try and get some more game time, and he does seem to be getting that, and it does seem to be helping him. So yeah, overall, I'm quite happy with the fact that he's gone out on loan, because I'm hoping that it will improve him as a player. And Taja Kovac has moved. They poached him on his youth contract. He we could have given him a new contract, but I felt the fact that we're going to get £1 million potentially in compensation for someone who has crossing 8 and passing 7, I feel like we've got quite a good end of a deal. It's 375k up to $1 million if he, plays games and percentage sell on and stuff like that, because it was a youth contract still. Not as many ins, but we do have a few. Cortez we've already seen, he's gone straight out on loan. Zavarel has joined. This is why we sold the youngster in goal Kupic, because we bought in Zavarel for a measly 53k, which I'm quite happy about. He's got some improving to do, but I feel like hopefully now he's here and he's got better training facilities and he's training with the likes of Pontus Dahlberg and Joel Pereira. Hopefully he will improve ever so slightly. At the moment he sits in our under-19s. He's got a couple of years left at that sort of age range, and I'm hoping that we can see this progress bar go up pretty nicely, to be honest. Next up, Andre Conte. Now this seems like a surreal sort of bargain. Uruguayan, but he's got an Italian second nationality. He joins for £7,000 from the Uruguayan Premier League. Scouts did a great job finding him. He's got good attributes sort of where you need him. He's 6 foot, tackling's all right, marking's all right, heading's all right. When you compare him to Lucas Bejga, he's not that much worse than Lucas Bejga. He's limited, he can only play one position. But yeah, he's really not that bad. He's really not that bad. I wonder if we can do Lucas Bejga, there he is. So Lucas Bejga, he's 23, so he's got 4 years of experience on him. And Lucas Bejga's better in the air, better mental, better technical, but defending wise, they're pretty much exactly the same, and attacking wise, they're pretty much exactly the same. And I think this guy's got more potential than Lucas Bejga. I think if you think about where they are now, 4 years later, it'll be interesting to compare them. But yeah, Lucas Bejga's a giant, but yeah, I think it's I don't think it's a bad guy to bring in for £7,000. So he's one of the centre backs we've brought in, because the next one is Ole Martin Kolskagon, who I've never heard of before, and I'm really surprised by that because of these attributes. I mean, 6'2", he's quick, he's tall, he can jump. Concentration's a little bit low, but he's got good positioning, good tackling, good marking, good heading, an all-round good defender, it seems like. Lazio bought him for 3.8 million. We've taken him on loan, paying a pretty hefty thing, but we've also got that £5 million optional fee, which I'm quite keen. We'll see how he does, but he looks very useful. He does have gets forward whenever possible, which is a little bit annoying. In fact, let's try, and I've got to try and remember how to do this now. Discuss. Advice. No, it's definitely in development. Training somewhere. There we go. Training report. Additional focus. No. Discuss new trait. That's what I want to do. We want to go for should we get a defending guide to do it? Technical or tactical? It's probably more tactical, isn't it? So let's go movement and put an arm around the coach and say, I'd like you to train to not get forward. I'd say doing that would be a poor idea. Look, I've got a greater experience than you. Just get on with it. We're trying to get rid of it. Why would it be a poor idea? He's a centre-back. We don't want him running up the pitch whenever he wants. Anyway, yes, he does look very, very useful. Very excited by him. And maybe a 5 million purchase in the future. He's valued at 5 million. So you never know. We might be able to get him cheaper. Who knows? But 6'2", Norwegian centre-back. Love to see it. Right, Ivan Morante joins from Real Madrid. And weirdly, isn't actually a first-teamer at the moment. He's come in for a deep line playmaker, sort of holding midfield, in central midfield if we need it. Tries killer balls, plays 1-2s, and moves the ball to his left foot before dribbling, which is fine. But I think 150k, that's a bit of a bargain, isn't it? That's a bit of a bargain. He's an all-round good player, you got to say there. Real Madrid, Villarreal. Back to so Villarreal, Real Madrid. He sort of flirted in and around the first team a little bit, mainly only played for the second team. But yeah, overall, I think 150k for Ivan Morante is pretty damn good. We're picking up a few little bargains here and there in this January, which is good. And then the big deal, Daniel's in. The other Daniel, the Brazilian Daniel, and he's what I loved about signing him is I found out he was Italian after he signed, and I was wondering why he didn't take up a foreign spot. But he's quick, he can score, he's got good composure, he's got good decisions, good off the ball, good work rate. Passing is a little bit low, technique is good, and this guy, We paid his release fee of 13 million. He signed a new contract. The release fee went from 10 to 13, and I thought, you know what? Let's get him in. Let's get him in. He hasn't started brilliantly. One goal in 2 games. He's played the cup games, which we'll touch on in a minute. But yes, he looks brilliant. He looks... I mean, he's 20. He's 20 and he's this good. He should be a world beater. And no minimum release fee. He is going to get a pay rise, which is causing us a few issues because Diego Lietti is on the match highest earner clause and won't sign a new contract to get rid of it. But he is in. And then last but not least, Isco. Because I love an experienced player in this team. I think last time we did Maribor, it was Gareth Bale and then Dybala. And now it's Isco. This time it's Isco. He does actually give us a good option to rest Utara because we don't really have another attacking midfielder that can drop in. But can play in the central midfield role as well. Cannot tackle, cannot run, but a really good person to bring on and just keep things ticking over. He's valued at 1.8 million. So even if we get good 6 months out of him, we'll probably be able to sell him for profit rather than this free transfer. But, he's moved for big money. 23 million Madrid signed him for. Man United signed him in this save for 49 million. He was still performing. Yes, he only played 3 games, but 7.13 in the Premier League. This guy should be able to really tick things over in terms of when we're late in a game, we want to keep the ball, bring on Isco. It's absolutely superb. And he's already scored. He scored 1 goal in the league. Oh, no, that was for them. He scored 1 goal in the cup, I was going to say. He hasn't played in the league for us. Should have had 2. He had a banger, absolutely disallowed because Zahovic was stood in front of the goalkeeper. And that is all the transfers, which takes us into the schedule. So we lost to PSG in the last... No, we didn't. The Real Madrid was the last game. We lost 2-1, so therefore we didn't have to do any more. We beat Olimpia Ljubljana, Tabor Cezana, Mura, and then lost to PSG in the group stage 3-2. Zalatel, just before he got his move away, banged 2 goals in from corners, obviously. But yeah, the players... 90th minute won it for him, so it wasn't completely one-sided. And Utara did miss a penalty as well, so it could have been 3-3. It could have been 3-2 to us. Who knows if that penalty goes in? Could be completely different. But we bounced back. Radomel's 2-1. Dekani 4-0 win. Then we played loads of friendlies in the winter break. And we've just beaten Radomel's 6-2 on aggregate. 3-1 in each leg. Which was absolutely brilliant. And we've got Young Boys Bern. If you go back to the previous episode, I'll say there are a couple of teams I really want in the Europa League. And one of them that I picked out was Young Boys Bern. And we've got them in the knockout round, which is good. Teams to watch out for: Tottenham Ajax, so Champions League semi-final of old, is now happening in the Europa League first knockout round, so that's good. One of the big teams will go there. Porto Athletic Club is probably one of the bigger teams there, and there's not too much else to really challenge us. You'd look at Leverkusen, Celtic, Shakhtar. That's probably the bigger teams, and then you're picking winners. You go Leverkusen, you go Shakhtar, you probably go Anderlecht, us, Tottenham, Porto, Hoffenheim probably, and then probably Zenit over AZ, but I don't know, AZ are always very good in FM. But today's the first leg of the Young Boys Bern game, so that's what we're back for, and we've gone through the transfer window as well, so yeah, we just need to pick this squad and get underway. Metsuin's unhappy because we didn't sell him to PSG. Bracalo's unhappy because we haven't sold him to Porto. So there's a little bit of unrest, but not too much. The annoying thing about Europe is that Daniel was signed after the registration window. So yeah, he cannot play. So we have called back Milanda from loan as well, who was having a very good loan. 4 goals in 16, a 6.78. So yeah, I thought we'd call him back, give him potentially another go as a backup striker to Zahovic in Europe. We've also got Measure as well. Same with Isco, he wasn't registered in time or signed in time. And Conte, we just didn't register him because I'd rather play Metsuin than Conte in the bigger games in Europe. But I will pick the team, we'll be right back, and then we'll get on to the first leg against Young Boys Bern. And this is how we're going to line up for them. Dolberg in goal, Matos, Kolskogen, Lietti and Bracalo at the back. Mateus Fernandes, Luizao, Otara, Musalowski on the right. Haksabanovic on the left. Zahovic starts up front through the middle. And then we've got Pereira, Simcic, Gallagher, Measure, Morante, Metsuin and Matko on the bench. So it should be a very interesting game. I would probably make us favourites as we need to give Morante a number. Didn't even get a run out in the cups, bless him. But yeah, so Daniel being out potentially is a big miss, but obviously Luka Zahovic loves European football, so should be good. I don't have too many names. Martins Pereira I recognise. Yeah, I feel like we should definitely be maybe not the favourites, but I'm looking for us to do something. Let's give the fans a performance to cheer for, and then we'll tell them. And we've got faith in them to go and do well. It's the knockout stages, so it is over 2 legs, but we've got to perform. We've got to perform at home, haven't we? We've got to go and get the win first. So it's a strong team. We're looking good. We're in good form off the back of 2 wins in the cup, into the cup semi-finals, I think now, maybe quarter-finals. So I'm hoping we can do well. Haskabanovic back to Luizao. Haskabanovic is in. Oh, it's a great tackle. Zahovic, he loves Europe. He loves European football. Luka Zahovic, LZ90. What a goal. What a start. 3 minutes in. 1-0 up. Lovely stuff. Bring on the cup final. Bring on the Europa League win. We didn't quite win the Europa Conference League last season and we lost in the final. If we can just get to the final of this and do it and win it, that would be superb. 15 minutes on the clock and Young Boys Bern are coming forward with it into Arbisha. Arbisha tries to dink it in. It's a great header away from the big Norwegian at the back as Musolowski comes forward. Oh my God, what a run. Musolowski dink it over the keeper. Oh, he didn't need to dink it over the keeper. That's an assist for a centre-back clearing it from across. And Musolowski has just legged it the whole way of the pitch pretty much. He's done like a George Weah for Milan when he won the, world's best player. I think he won that year. George Weah. But Musolowski, what a goal. The keeper's had a shocker. And 15 minutes in, 2-0 up. Thank you very much. Half an hour gone, not too much more happening. Celtic are 2-0 up against Bayer Leverkusen. Ajax have just taken the lead against Spurs. So some interesting scores coming in. Zenit have gone up as well. But Matos into Luizao. Mateus Fernandes back out to Musolowski. Musolowski's coming forward with it. Ball through. Luka Zahovic for a second. It's blocked. Musolowski back on the rebound. Zahovic! Oh, it's blocked again. What? Why didn't Haksabanovic just shoot? Why didn't he just shoot? It fell to him and he had an open goal. Ridiculous. Standard Liège 1-0 up against Shakhtar. AZ are winning against Zenit, sorry. So, Lo Celso's got a goal back for Spurs. Partizan 3-0 up against Hoffenheim. So everyone I predicted to go through, I think it's only us and Porto that are actually winning. So, yeah. Good stuff, Dave. I'm gonna outstretch my arms. It's been a great performance. Keep it up. No need to change anything. Musolowski is on a yellow card, but I'm not too worried about that. He's not a really aggressive player. Utara's not having a great game. What is going on with Celtic? They are 3-0 up over Bayer Leverkusen. Great performance. Luizao, Haskabanovic. Luizao, ball through. LZ90. He's on the byline, cuts it back. Luizao, Brahim Otara! He's not going to come off because he's just scored. What a hit from Brahim Otara on the edge of the box. 3-0 up. A superb performance from NK Maribor this. Luizao puts it in. Zahovic did really well to keep it on. Picked out, I think it was Luizao again. It was. Squared it to Otara. Left-footed drive. Oh, in off the inside of the post. What a hit. 3-0. Thank you very much. Job done. I say job done. It's not as much of a job done as it is for Partizan against Hoffenheim, who are 5-0 up against the German team. As Brahim Otara just accelerates away. Ball through. Luka Zahovic. LZ90. It's a great save from Von Barhus, I think his name is. But yeah, we are playing very, very well indeed. As Haksabanovic puts this one in and it's headed away. He'll get another go to swing across in. He actually puts it to the edge. Musolowski's shot's blocked. He gets it back. Haksabanovic crosses blocked again. But 3-0 up. What a performance this is. It's been absolutely superb. We can even... Let's bring on a sub. Haksabanovic can come off. We'll bring on... let's bring on Matko on that side out there. And we could also... I'm tempted to do... Mateus Fernandes for Morante, just to bring on a little bit more of a defensive-minded player. But, yeah, not yet. Not yet. Bracalo back to Dolberg, who's not had too much to do in this game. I don't know if they've even had a shot, to be honest. We'll have a look at that. Musolowski comes forward with it. He's still going. Musolowski, ball over. Haksabanovic can't get it. Ooh, nearly in. Van Balmoes in goal, which is an incredible name. And it's headed on. And, Sabrino ball in. Nasame. And Dolberg is forced into action and makes a really good save. So 3-0 up. We love it. Matko does now come on to replace Haksabanovic. It's all the way across goal from the corner as Hefty will keep this one in. And he can't do much with that. And Young Boys Bern had 3 shots on target. According to the XG, they should have had a goal. But Dolberg is obviously making a few good saves as this one goes in. Martins will keep this alive. Abisha into Nagamalu. Back to Abisha. Hefty. And Young Boys Bern keeping this very nice and compact with the passing. Hefty back to Abisha. You've got to feel that a cross is going to come in eventually. And It's just who's going to get on the end of it. It is, and it's Nasame, and they do have a goal. 3-1 for, well, for us. We're 3-1 up, but Young Boys Bern have scored. I don't know where I was going with that sentence. It's a good goal. Not bad. It's an away goal as well, which is a little bit annoying. So we will bring on Ivan Morante to just sit in this deep line playmaking role. We'll give Luis Zhao a go as the Mazzala, where he normally likes to play. And I'm going to assume this highlight isn't too much. It's just because I was making a sub. But hang on a minute, because Nasame is in behind. Don't you make it 3-2. Great save, Dolberg. It's another corner. And I'm just wondering if we drop to... potentially drop down to positive. Yeah, let's do it. And we can take a bit of tempo out of the game as well. As Hefty is there. Kamara, Abisha, Hefty, and Young Boys Bern growing in confidence. But Kronosberg reads that one. Lietti goes back to Dolberg. 73 minutes on the clock. Matos at right back into Morante. And we're passing it around pretty well. Don't get into too much danger though. Luis Zhao. Matos. Luis Zhao again. He goes towards Zahovic. Great touch back to Musalowski. Musalowski. Oh, couldn't quite beat his man. And Luis Zhao will get there again. Matos. Matos is going to try and put a cross in here. Surely he's got to the byline. Cross comes in. There's a header from Matko over the bar. Remains 3-1. So ticking down into the last 5 minutes. Scores around the doors are looking... I mean, Celtic look like they're going to be through. Partizan look like they're going to be through 6-0 up. We have a couple of minutes left to go here. So we're going to take Bracalo off and bring on the youngster Simcic just to sit at left back because Bracalo's not played very well. Simcic is more defensive. And that should see us through in this first leg to go and get the win, which is superb. Maribor 3, Young Boys Bern 1. They did come back into it in the second half, but we closed the game down and did very well. We did our job. It was all very good. Zahovic's strike was brilliant. Thank you very much. And yes, Morante makes his debut, which is good. And we can send the assistant to go and do the press conference. 3-1 up, 13 shots to 10. They actually outpossessed us, but... I'm happy with that. Anthony Taylor from the UK had a decent game. So 3-1. We will come back and do the second leg in this episode as well because it's only, I think there's only one game in between this. 7 days time. We'll come back and do the second leg in just a second. So here we are then back for the second leg against Young Boys Bern. 3-1 up. They have got the away goal. So we're going to start on the attack and see how we get on. The game in between, actually, I need to touch on that. I don't know why I just quickly skipped over it. A 3-2 win over Selge, which has given us 21 games in the league unbeaten. It might be a 21-game winning streak in the league, but we were bailed out by Luka Zahovic, who came on the 73rd minute, 72nd minute, scored a penalty on the 78th and got the winner in the 84th. So yeah, we were bailed out by our Lord and Saviour, Luka Zahovic. His attributes aren't very good. I don't understand how he scores so many goals. It's insane. It's ridiculous. But he does, and I'm very happy with that. So, yeah, we're going to pick the team. It's going to be attacking team again, and we'll be right back. Okay, and I've actually gone with exactly the same team that we picked in the first leg because they got the job done, and I feel like they can do it again. We've only got a little change on the bench. Elsnick's going to come on to the bench for this one in case we need to shore up the midfield a little bit more. So, yeah, let's crack into it because I'm confident. I'm very confident, and I've got an itchy nose, which is annoying and not confidence building when you've got to scratch your nose on the internet. But they're playing a pretty similar team again. Nasame we'll have to keep an eye out for. He got the goal in the last one. But overall, yeah, I think, are we the underdogs? Are we the underdogs? The first thing, this is a brand new match. There you go. Point the finger and be assertive and then go and say, but I've got faith in you to go and do it. That's fine. It's a brand new match. First leg means nothing. But we do have the faith. They've not changed the formation. It's a 4-4-2 again. And generally our formation is pretty good against a 4-4-2. We've just got to hope that, we can make it work. I just wanted to do very quickly, I wanted to say opposition instruction. Just get the assistant, who's quite good tactically, to do that. As Nasame is coming in and he shoots. And it's a great save from Dolberg. A minute in. Yeah, I think they're playing over the top, so we may drop a little bit. In fact, we're going to go to. Are we going to go to positive? No, we're not going to go to positive. We're just going to drop our lines back a little bit. So standard and standard for our defensiveness in terms of attacking lines and defensive lines, and hopefully that will just stop that ball over the top a little bit as it's cleared away. Luka Zahovic is there, who's in fine form. 3 goals in his last 2 games. As can't feed that one through to Musalowski. And there is the ball over the top. And Bracalo's there to cover. Dolberg, lovely ball out to Brahima. According, he's got passing 9. That's a wonderful ball through to Luca. LZ90 is on fire. His 19th goal of the season. He's got us an away goal. 5 minutes in. It's very similar to the first leg, and that is superb. I don't know why we haven't seen a replay. Here it is. It started with Dolberg at the back. Great pick out to Brahim Utara. And then that's a delightful ball through to Luka Zahovic. And when LZ90 is 1-on-1, he is very, very composed and sticks it away into the back of the net. And that is lovely. We'll try and keep up to date with the other scores. As Partizan have scored an away goal already, which I think makes it 9-0 on aggregate, 8-0 on aggregate, something like that. But Young Boys Bern with this one, flyer it in. It's a header. Dolberg with an easy save and holds on nicely. So, and he was trying to get Haskabanovic away quickly there as it's flicked back in. Nasame shot blocked and once, twice shot. Bottom corner. What a finish from Christopher Martins. And, well, this game is starting at quite a pace, isn't it? It really is going at quite a pace as Kamara flung it forward, Fastnacht knocked it down. Nasame shot once blocked, twice blocked, and then Martins from a long way out. It's a great goal, Martins Pereira, bottom corner. So Young Boys Bern are having the best of it. I'm actually quite tempted to go to a slightly different formation. We're going to go to the 4-1-2-3 like so, and we'll put Luis out. We're going to put Fernandez as the playmaker at the back. It's, you know, we know it's a similar formation. It's just having a holding midfielder rather than an attacking midfielder, and hopefully it doesn't leave Zahovic too isolated. And Diego Lietti is on the free kick. Bracalo back to Lietti, all the way back to Dolberg, which isn't too bad. Into Kolskolgen, who probably needs a nickname. I might just call him the big Norwegian. Musalowski cuts in field from the right-hand side. He's still going. He's tackled, but it's going to fall to Haskabanovic, who's into the box. Haskabanovic, it's a terrible finish. It does let him down. His finishing does let him down. I'm not going to deny that. It really does. Let's encourage them because it's 1-1 and we can encourage them and say, go and get some more goals. So 5 minutes till half-time, and Haskabanovic and Musalowski both having a poor game, which is not very useful because we do rely on our wingers quite a lot. And it looks like Matko is going to be able to come on again. And, well, half-time, it is 1-1. So we're still winning. We've got an aggregate lead now. Let's make sure we hold on to it. Let's point the finger and say that again assertively. They love that. They love a bit of that. We are going to take Musalowski off, and he's going to be replaced by Matko on that right wing. Because we can always change back to a more attacking formation if they score another one and we can try and get another goal. But AZ are 2-0 up against Zenit. Porto 2-0 up away from home. Partizan 2-0 up. Celtic 1-0 up. Shakhtar 1-0 up. It's all away teams at the moment apart from Tottenham Ajax. And I think Ajax won the first leg, if I remember correctly. Let's just turn that off. I want to go encourage the team again. They don't like that. But yeah, so Tottenham Ajax is the key one to keep an eye on. I'd love Ajax to win that and knock out Tottenham. No offence to the Tottenham fans, but I think Ajax will be easier to beat. Matos is having a shocker, so... I didn't put Metsu in on the bench. Damn it, that's annoying. That is annoying. Okay, Haksabanovic is having a shocker, and he's yellow carded, so he's definitely going to come off. We are going to pop Mayer over there. We're actually going to swap these two over, and we'll stick with that for now. So Mayer on the right, Matko on the left, who again isn't playing brilliantly. And I think final substitution with 15 minutes to go. We're going to mix up the midfield. Luizao off for Conor Gallagher coming on in there as Brahim Utara back heel Bracalo. Mateus Fernandez is on the edge of the box and he lays it into Luizao. Luizao, who's going to be coming off in a minute, feeds Zahovic. Zahovic shoots. Oh, Luizao. I'm going to cancel that because he's just got an assist. And Luka Zahovic, with an injury of some description, has fired in an absolute rocket to give us 2 goals away from home here. And surely that is now game, set, match as Luizao flicks it into Mayer. Mayer, it was blocked. It fell to Luizao. He gave it to Zahovic and he thought, whatever Martins Pereira can do, I can do better because I'm Luka Zahovic. 2-1 up. Lovely stuff. So Conor Gallagher is going to come on for the last 15 minutes, but he's going to replace Mateus Fernandez in the holding midfield role as goals are going in everywhere apart from New White Hart Lane or the new Tottenham Stadium or whatever it's called. So, yeah, it looks like we can see who's going through. It looks like it's going to be Anderlecht, Shakhtar and Partizan. And well, we'll have a look at it. We'll have a look at the end, and we'll do the draw as well as that's in. And was he offside? How was he not offside? He had so much space. It's 5-3 with 5 minutes to go, so I'm not too upset. Is it this guy? Who's meant to be marking him? J-Lo. Where's Matos going? Matos is just going walkabout, literally doesn't care. And yeah, he's not going to miss from there, is he? So it's a good goal. Okay, I've just asked the team to focus as Fashnacht fires this one in. Oh, it could have been another one there. It would have been a bit of squeaky bum time. So Anderlecht, Shakhtar, Celtic all look like they're going through. We still need to keep an eye on the other results because it's fun in a knockout competition. Oh, Jallo. Who is this Jallo guy and why is he running riot in the last few minutes of the game? Absolutely ridiculous. 4 minutes to go. Corner comes in. It's headed away. It's not been our most brilliant performance. I'll admit that. Cross in, Dalberg. Good claim. Good claim from Dalberg. And he gets rid of the kick. So Shakhtar, Celtic, Partizan, Porto. Oh, that's going to be close now. AZ Zenit. That's going to be an interesting game. But still no goals for Tottenham. And it's finished here 2-2. And I'll take that because they've battered us by all stats. But we go through and not them. And that's all that matters. As did Tottenham get a goal? Where are Tottenham? Where are Tottenham? From the lane. They lost. Tottenham are out. Wow. Okay. Well, we're going to go straight into the draw and see what we get. As we do go through, we get some money. Dolberg impresses 14 saves. Your shot stopping was particularly brilliant. Well done. Absolutely superb. It just goes to show that when we go to a more defensive formation, it doesn't really work. Attacking is how we play. And our assistant manager would prefer Dolberg to Edison. Absolutely superb. Don't give up the dream, son. Don't give up the dream. Right, let's see when the draw is. I've got a feeling it's straight away in the Europa League. I'm pretty sure you get... Yes, you do. There he is. Still getting forward whenever possible. That's a little bit annoying. The Europa League is in. Porto, Benfica, Maribor and Partizan are teams that are in it. So, who... Oh, yeah, Napoli are there. Roma. I don't know if you get seedings in this either. Actually, where all these good teams come from? What? Oh, is it because we... Oh, yeah, if you top... They've changed, haven't they? If you top the group... If you top your Europa League group, you get a bye straight into the second knockout round. I remember now. This is going to be a lot harder than I thought. Arsenal, Porto... Roma, Benfica, Napoli, Ajax. I want to avoid all of them and Valencia, I think, because, yeah, this is going to be tough. Right, automatic draw then. Let's see who we get in the second knockout round. It's going to be a lot tougher than I thought. AZ at home to Sporting Lisbon, which will be an interesting tie. Celtic at home to Benfica, so both Portuguese teams come out first. Ajax, conquerors of Tottenham, take Stade Rennais. Partizan, smash Hoffenheim take on Roma. Porto are going to be taking on Olympiacos. That'll be a good game. Shakhtar Donetsk are going to be taking on Napoli from Italy. Maribor are at home and will be taking on, oh my God, Arsenal. Why couldn't I have got Anderlecht? We're taking on Arsenal. What a joke. Arsenal, who currently sit 5th in the Premier League. Oh my word. What a game. They've signed Andreas Pereira. What an interesting signing that is for Arsenal. Arsenal fans in the comments, would you take that? I don't know. How do we play against Arsenal? Let me know. Do we go and attack them? I mean, last game they played Kolasinac and Holding at centre-back, which isn't the best. So, Arsenal. Arsenal is going to be the next game. Arsenal is going to be the next game. We'll do both of that in the next episode. It's actually only one game away. And we'll be back for that one. First leg at home, second leg away at the Emirates. It'll be very interesting to see how we get on. But thank you so much for watching. For now, I'm out. Cheers.